Is this live now? I never know. Am I too early? I have no idea. Hello. Somebody joined. Who is this? What does the live says? Is this the creepy crawly veggie nightmare? Because I'm not so sure anymore. I'm so lost. I don't know. How are you guys doing? Hello, hello. Hello. Let me see. Let me know how this is working. I have, like I said, I'm a bit lost how this works. I did it the other time, right? I could type what it would be called this live. The idea was to make a live streaming about Ithersta. Yay! Monka says, I'm good, and you? I'm good. I'm just, like I said, a little bit confused again. I should do this more often, maybe, so I really learn how to do it. Let me see. We still have like 5 minutes before we're gonna start the thing, really. So I clicked on the live, and it went live without me knowing if things would be okay. So yeah, let me know. What's the name of this live for you? What do you see? Is it the creepy crawly veggie nightmare? I don't know. I hope so. Anyhow, so how are you guys doing? Where are you from? Hello from Serbia. Hello. Wow. And revivan fandom de Killmonday games. Sí, por favor. Vamos, que podemos. Y Austria, Brasil, America, Belgium, Sweden, Australia, Russia, Ukraine. We're from everywhere. We're Argentina. Wow, Argentina. We have a few hours of differences, right? Like 6 hours or so. England, France, Poland. Oh my gosh, like we are the world. So cool, so cool. Yes, like Monka says, it's so cool. There's so many people, different places. Very nice. Thank you for coming, and like I just, yeah, pop up a little bit earlier this time. I try to follow the times and such. This time I went too quickly. Anyhow, you know, we are going to talk today about Ithersta, which is, if you have played Fran Bow, you know, it's in the middle of the game somewhere, where Fran happens to walk through a bridge, and yeah, something happens there, right? And she falls down. And if you haven't played the game Fran Bow, then don't look at this live, because we're gonna spoil a lot of things from the game, of course. And if you haven't played, we actually have a little, how you call this? Yeah, you know, when we sell the thing cheaper. Oh my god, a sale. Yeah, we have a sale on mobile devices if you want to try it out. And if you know, if you do, then you come back to us and you can see the live. Monka says, my god, I play Fran Bow a lot. Yeah, thank you. Me too. I love it. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for being around, and we are going to celebrate, like I said, Ithersta. We're gonna go a little bit deeper into a little bit stuff of lore based, and this reality, which is very, you know, puffy and flowery and full of life and vegetables and creepy crawlies. And one of the questions that I have seen around a lot, specifically to people that maybe don't like Ithersta that much, is why do we have this in the middle of a horror game? I mean, it's a horror game, and we put something very cute, you know, as the baby Palontras and Selma that sings songs about numbers and Fibonacci sequences, and you know, they're kind of very nice and magical. So why in a horror game? So I'm gonna answer to that. Not just yet. Let me see, what time is it? Yes, now it's 7. Now we have officially started. Chidam, welcome. It's 7 o'clock here in Sweden. As schedule. Is Natalia here? I am Natalia Martinsson from I'm the creator of Fran Bow, and yeah, I'm a game developer. Maybe you know, right? Yeah. So let's start. Today we're gonna talk about Ithersta, and we're gonna go a little bit deeper on the lore of Ithersta, and we're gonna talk about some of the characters that we encounter in Ithersta. So guys, you in the chat, let me know what's your favorite part in Ithersta, or character or puzzle or something that you go through there. I would love to know. So thank you. And yeah, and share this live if you want to. Share also that we do games. Buy the game, the Fran Bow game. We have it on Steam and the consoles and, you know, the mobile devices. So yeah, share with the world so everybody can know the Ithersta and become, you know, flowery and beautiful and a root yourself, right? Okay. The Dark Valokas. I get it. And any freedom. This is the realm I can feel freedom. Yes. It was with my favorite game, Fran Bow. Oh, thank you. Hear me out on Ithersta King. So yeah, so you know your stuff from Ithersta, right? You know it. Nicolas says, I love when Palantras was in the water with Fran. Yeah, when we get cured, or not cure, it's more like, yeah, we needed some legs, right? To walk around. Otherwise we were just rooted somewhere. We couldn't go anywhere. We didn't have the feet. You remember that part? Remember? Anyhow, guys, we're gonna start then with Ithersta itself, the name Ithersta, where it comes from, and where this idea of this world full of vegetables and pretty stuff came across. Human being asked about, can we get infos about Primeve? I can't say really right now what we are working on, but maybe I'm spoiling already with saying this to that answer, to that question I mean, but I didn't say anything, so you never know. Anyhow, guys, let's go. Ithersta. Do you Sorry Dolly, do you custom greetings? What do you mean, like hello? Mushroom asks, Palantras is an axolot? We're gonna get to Palantras right away, but let me get started in Ithersta, right? I'm not gonna read the chat, otherwise I get everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna read it, but you know. Okay, I'm gonna look somewhere. Ithersta. Many of you may know already this, but about 20 years ago or something, I don't even remember, but when I was 17, I moved from my country, Chile to Sweden. Then when I came to Sweden, I saw a very different nature. The woods here are incredibly rich. I mean, like super green, and they smell delicious, and there are a lot of flowers, and you know, you can go and just pick up apples from the trees walking around. It feels very dreamy. From Chile, where I came from, I was living in this area where nature wasn't too rich like this. It was more dry, it was beautiful though, of course, but I never saw this kind of, did I get a hat or something? What was that? I never really got to experience this richness, you know? So it was wow, like whoa, I was looking everywhere. I was also very afraid of the insects, like I'm not gonna lie. What was that, you know, like insects that I never seen before coming very near me was very creepy at the beginning. So yeah. So that's where Ithersta, the inspiration can come from. And this is connected. Why is it in a horror game? You may know this as well, that a lot of Fran Bow is inspired on my own mental health journey. And for me to have come to Sweden has been just that. In the middle of the nightmare, I found myself in a place where it was very beautiful, and I'm so grateful to have been able to be part of that, you know, that my story has that little, that it's kind of a changing the environment, changing how things were for me every day, you know. And like I say, I'm incredibly grateful, and this impact that made in me, it made me think a lot that things can be different, and just changing the scenery from a little bit more dry space to something that is very green and full of life, you know, it's just, it gives you perspective. It doesn't mean that one place is better than the other, it just gives you perspective that there's so much more than we might think there is. Does this make sense to you guys? And so yeah, so that's kind of where Ithersta came to be in Fran Bow. It has a very personal connection, and the name in itself, Ithersta, it's a play on words, which ethers is kind of how it sounds for me, internal, the inside. And sta, it's a normal thing you add to cities here in Sweden, in Swedish. And so I put that it's kind of the city inside, the city inside of you. It's full of life, it's full of rooted emotions, it's full of fruits, and you know, this forever blooming feeling. And it really connected me to a more hopeful kind of perspective, like I said earlier. So you know, yes, super flowery and beautiful, even though it was, like I said, in the middle of the horror for me, which was my mental imbalance. And it is beautiful, even though the Kamalas could follow you around still sometimes. Just being close to a character as Palontras or Selma could be very beautiful. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. It makes sense to me. And yeah, Ithersta is the second reality, and that's also it's part of the whole construction of these realities. They have a connection to the inner self. They're just not dimensions or places, you know. Oh look, I got a bow! Thank you. How do I get those stuff? And you know, it's like quite so introspective. If you can see every part of the game, they have connections to the inner self, inner part of ourselves. So yes. Do you have any questions about Ithersta? Ithersta. So the city inside, or the city within. That's the meaning of it. And Ruti Mantis said, "Are you making a new game?" Yes, we are, and I'm very excited. So excited. Now let's talk about these baby Palontras. And this is new lore for you, everybody. I'm just gonna share this so you know. And you know, I mean, in a game sometimes you don't have all the space to put everything, but we'll see what happens. I want to share more with you about this world. So this is Palantras. Let's play. Yay! We are on Palantras. He's so snuggly. So I already answered the question from Matt, I think. What's the inspiration when creating Ithersta? So you can check the live again. I just answered that question. All right. So yes, Palontras. Then he is. Somebody asked. I don't remember who. If Palontras was based on an axolot, and yeah, totally. I was very inspired by those beautiful creatures, and I came across the axolot just because I was looking for a creature that somehow had some self-healing ability or so. And well, when you do research, you find a lot of things that some of are true, some of are not so true, and so on. So that's the thing. And when I found the axolotl, it was like, oh, that's kind of the creature. It helped me a lot to finish the design, how it looked like. But yeah. And Palantras is made of grass and earth, and then the whiteness of him, it's actually connected to something that I never shared before about Palantras. Palantras is actually a guest in Ithersta. His reality where he was born is another one, and but he lives in Ithersta because he wants to help there and, you know, keep some kind of balance and help out to the king and such. But these creatures are from first reality, which is Primeve. And I can't wait to share more with you about that. Why is he there? So you know. And does Palantras have any relatives? Well, we'll see, you know. but that's the thing that I could, you know, share with you more deeply, that he's thinking about it, you know, like maybe we tell, maybe we don't. I just get so I don't know, when I have like a little doll or something, I start playing with it right away. And yeah, I feel like the healing part of Palantras and the magic part of him, he has like this quite so backstory, right? You remember that he shared a little bit about some quite dark times, and also he can become this darker version of himself, and all of that happens because he has this special ability to kind of channel all of the energy also in the dark side, and he's okay with that. He's okay with being dark, but he just uses it when he needs to, you know. And that's a very powerful thing to learn, to use your dark side when you just need to, and know how powerful it can be. So I love Palantras for that as well. It's just a symbol of love and healing that it's just giving, you know. But he also suffers because of that. Sometimes he gives too much, and yeah, and I love that. Like I said, the dark part of him is also very helpful. So yes, Palontras. Baby. How are Palantras and it were related? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. they are their connection comes from a specific thing, and I guess I cannot share with you right now. But it might happen that we do. Anyhow, guys, I get so nervous because I really just want to share everything right now. But yeah, Palontras. Would you? Oh, also, this may be very obvious. Have you seen the Never-Ending Story? You know, that very huge white creature. And so yeah, also a lot of inspiration from there. When I was a kid, I just was so crazy in love with that movie. And yeah, when I got the experience to make games and do a huge fluffy creature where you can fly on, it's like, oh my god. And here it is, yeah, petting it. I'm the giant now. Ah, yes. So Cleo asked, where did you learn to code? The coding is made by Isaac, who is the co-founder of Killmonday games. I don't code. I write the stories and I do the characters, so you know. But the coding is not my creative tool. You go ask Isaac about it. But I think he just taught himself by, you know, checking on YouTube and following the instructions of the engines. I have no idea. Let's see. There you go. All right. I want to be a game developer too. Can you give me some advice? All right, I'm gonna take a little short quickly on this. To be a game developer, it's for me at least a lot about being creative and very curious. If you want to start going deeper into that, I can definitely help you, but this would need more time. And for that, you can follow me on Instagram, send me a message, and I can tell you a little bit of future plans that I have about game creating, kind of live streams, but more specific to that, and a little bit of guidance there as well. So yeah, you can follow me on the Instagram, which is I think it's Natalia Martinsson. I think. Gosh, I'm so not prepared for that. let's go on. What time is it? Let me see. All right, we are still time. Where can I buy the Palontras plush? The Palontras plush, it's gonna be available on the Killmonday shop. These actually are made with the campaigns with Makeshift. We do these campaigns with them, and these are not longer available. They are just created a few amount, but we do have some of them available in our Killmonday shop, which is not open right now, but we're gonna get some news about that sometime soon. All right, so stay tuned. You can always go to the website or just here on TikTok. On our bio we have a newsletter. The newsletter is super important if you want to follow our news and game development stuff. We haven't been super active just yet because we are busy working on a project, but when the project start to get done, you're gonna start to get this yummy juicy news. So go to the bio link there to our newsletter, go there, and so you don't miss out, you know, because who wants to miss out some news from Killmonday games, right? And the Fran Bow and the Little Misfortune world and the merchandises and the funny stuff that happened. So there you go. And there's yeah, I missed the Fran Bow is also about lobotomy. Some people think that those kids in the asylum are getting it. Good questions, guys. I think today I'm gonna stick to Ithersta, and in Ithersta we have more of the magical happy times. We're not gonna talk about the lobotomy, okay? But yeah, I mean, there was like, there's a lot to go there as well. So stay tuned for more future live streams. Let's go to the next. Or do you have any more questions about Palantras? I mean, what else? I hope you remember that what I told you, that he's not really from Ithersta. He's from Primeval, really. What's gonna happen there? Let's find out sometime, right? Does he have siblings or parents? Well, yeah, for sure. A huge family though, but I'm not just gonna, I can't just really say what. How would his voice sound like? That's a good question. I would say pretty calm, a bit young, not too old, not too, you know, kind of middle age, like me. Middle ages. Very calm. But yeah, that's one of the dreams, right? To add some voices to our Fran Bow character. We'll see how that goes. Wasn't he somehow related to the Great Valokas? Human being. So that's what I mean. He's from the first reality, not the second one, which is Ithersta, the second one, and the first one is Primeval. But yeah, that's kind of the yummy thing, right? We will for sure get to know more about him sometime, someday. Are you planning to release any more games? Yes, please. I just want to make more games. You know, guys, if you are very interested into knowing what happened, really why we haven't released more games, we have tried. We have worked all the time doing stuff and games, and we have been failing a few times now. Because life happens, because experience or the lack of experience happens. And so if you want to know more about that, you can always go to our website. We have I wrote a little article where I explain what had happened for a few years now. And about 1 year ago we started to create this new game. So we have been working on it over 1 year now, so things are getting done. But yeah, we just want to wait before we show you what is, so we don't do the same mistake as before, you know. So yeah. All right, let's go to Selma. I'm gonna put our friend's Palontras aside. So he sends you all the beautiful, the pink water and the magical dust, so everybody gets very happy today and relax and full of joy. Okay, and go smell some flowers sometime. That's good. Or the earth when when it has been raining. Yummy. That's very, very yummy. I'm just gonna talk about Selma now, and I don't know if you remember her, but Selma is the little root that sings about the 1 and 2 are 3 and 3 and 2 are 5, and then she goes on because she's singing about the Fibonacci sequence. And Selma is kind of one of these characters that I've been fantasizing so much in my head for so many years now, that she's kind of evolved a lot throughout the years. And yeah, Selma is a funny character, but yeah, she got to be very little in the game. And Selma is one of my favorite characters. Oh, that's cool to know. Monka says that. I thought the song is about the 5 realities. Well, it is about the realities, right? But if I'm just taking off the lore of the game and just where it comes from, the inspiration was more about the Fibonacci sequence, which is also later in the puzzle, right? Which shows the Idernician alphabet. So I'm gonna tell you the story. You know, turnip and fennel, they're 2 vegetables, and this is also connected to why vegetables and where do they come from, these ideas. So at the beginning I told you that Ithersta comes from when I moved to Sweden and the huge change of scenery in my life and the new perspective. I got to see new insects and new trees and stuff like that, but I also got to see new stuff in the food store, in the supermarket, you know. When you go to the supermarket and see some new vegetables that you don't know what they are because you never ate them before and you don't know what they're even called. So like I said, when I moved to Sweden, in the supermarket I saw this fennel and this the fennel and the turnip, which are like, I have here actually. This is a turnip and this is a fennel. I mean, look at them. Aren't they like characters already? I got so incredibly inspired by them, and I came up with this little story that, I mean, for me sounded like names already, like turnip and fennel went on a date and they created Selma. Which is connected to the name celery, which is also a root. And yeah, well, you see that funny shape there? It's like very funny butt, and then they have like this kind of lots of holes and stuff, so I found them very, very funny. And yeah, when you draw faces on them, then they become a little character. And then what happens here with the fennel then, which had this very cool hat, oh, they smell so delicious. Yeah, so there you go. I mean, you see this together and you have a character which is kind of Selma, and like when she just allow her hair to grow, because they grow very quickly if they put themselves in water, which is also part of the lore of the characters in Ithersta. So yeah, Fennel and Turnip had a baby which was Selma. And that's the thing, I mean, these characters just came a long time ago by seeing stuff in the supermarket that I never saw before. Isn't that cool? Like how stories can come to life, just experiencing new things or just putting attention in stuff that maybe you don't think about that much. And then you get a little Selma. Oh. Have you tried sometime these roots to eat them? They're very yummy. So yeah. Now after the live I'm gonna do dinner with this. Put them in the oven and it's delicious with a little black pepper and salt and oil. Oh, I can stop smelling this, it's just too delicious. But did you see? Did you see, guys? Selma got something. Some booty. Too cute for me. Too cute for me. Don't you think? Andy me ask, hola Natalia, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo va la vida? You're eating Selma for dinner? Well, of course, Selma will be happy to be part of my body and gives me the energy, you know? It's good. They're part of one. It's like black magic when you eat these vegetables. It's like you're gaining the strength of the earth and their nutrients and all that, and then you become part of it. It's pretty cool. I love that. Oh, the hanged man says, Natalie, we need Ocula plushies. Excuse me, my name is Natalia, not Natalie. And yes, oh, Ocula plushies will be amazing. Let's see what happens. We have this idea with Makeshift to, you know, I love the way that we create with them, because then we don't overproduce, which is something that we have been very careful with when it comes to merchandise. We do believe that there's overproduction in this world already, so we just want to create in this way where we do a campaign, you buy the plushie, and then we just create those that sell and not more than those, you know. It is a little bit restrictive, but yeah, we prefer to go that way rather than just produce thousands of assets and then we just need to store them, and you know, maybe they won't go anywhere and they need to be destroyed, and you know, it's material. I have a huge respect for materials and the whole process behind them, so it's quite it's a lot of responsibility as well. So we're taking it, we're doing the fun stuff, and then we're also trying to not over pollute our beautiful earth somehow. So can you give us a hint what the new game will be about, please? I can't tell you guys. I'm under the oath of Killmonday games. I can't tell you. But please see in my eyes. See it in my eyes. When is the new game coming out? Same answer. See it in my eyes. We need to do a new oath soon. That's Isaac. You see, Isaac in the shot. Yes, he is the co-founder of Killmonday Games, and we have made both Fran Bow and Little Misfortune together. So you know. Is it going to exist Fran Bow 2? Andy Meses, me gustan mucho tus dibujos. Soy muy fan de vuestros juegos. Gracias. Gracias. Is it about Benji? You guys, we're not gonna say. Do you have any other questions about Ithersta and the world of the vegetables and the creepy crawlies? Have you ever seen mantis, prey mantis doing the dance? You know, in Ithersta there's this dancer. Well, have you seen them in real life, how they move? They are very good dancers, like the best. I was so afraid of them when I was a little girl because somebody, like a grown-up, said that they could go into these insects could crawl into my earlobes and into my brain. Why does a grown-up says these things to a little child? Why? I've been so afraid of that. Where did the insects come from? Yeah, so it has to do with this impactful way that I kind of came across with Sweden, you know, when I moved here. You can see so much more different stuff crawling around. Some of them have several tails and they just are everywhere. And I think that for me was very inspiring. I love this, I mean, they are like this big, but when you come really close, they become much bigger. And I love to see insects very close. And there is this kind of flies. I'm not sure what they're really called, you know, their insect name, but they're kind of long and they have like this kind of transparent wings, and they're so beautiful close up. Like really, you can see like almost they're small human beings, but with wings. Have you seen them? Maybe you've seen them, like I do. Do you think about showing anything else about the history of Fran? Definitely this world of the ultra reality and the 5 realms and that entire concept. For me, it's there's so much to tell about it. We have so much to get into it and go deeper into. So I would love to keep even creating games that maybe are not just the characters that we know of or so, but just getting a lot deeper into this universe that we already, you know, started to create and share with you. And just to see that you're so into it also, it makes it even more fun for us to keep building on it. So yeah, I would love to do that. So we'll see what happens. And I want to go somewhere more and visit myself, you know, like Ithersta places or other realities as well. So let's make it happen, right? Let's make it happen. What is the backstory of the Great Wizard? The Great Wizard. He's kind of special, right? He lives kind of all by himself. He forgets stuff. He's quite old, a very old root. I think he kind of knows too much, and when he told me that when he came to a point of knowing too much, time and space stop being as we can feel it, and that really messes up with your mind and how you are, right? And there are like these blocks of time and space where he just vanishes. It's a good question. What's his background story? What did he went through to go there? Oh man. It wouldn't be like very cool to enter his cave and go even deeper than and just read a lot of more of his books and stuff like that. I would love that. Can we do that, Isaac? Can we just make it happen? Can we? Do they have a currency in Ithersta? Right. They didn't really, right? You remember that they had these little stores and everything, but they didn't know what kind of how much to charge. And that's the thing. I just wanted to bring with that kind of. It has to do a lot with the resources and the interest of people and how if you check in our society, right, we do have these stores and all that, and if we go and see what they really are, it's a service to each other. For example, the people that plant potatoes, they do a service to us to be able then later so we can eat, right? But since we are so connected to the money system, or the mindset of that we need money, then all these services that are actually very beautiful, we serve each other, get lost. So in Ithersta, what it is more about the connection to the service in itself and the materials that you kind of feel connected to. For example, for me, if we weren't to have internet and if I weren't to do video games, I would probably be working with ceramics or clothing, like sewing by hand or stuff like that. Like if we go very much in a different era, I think I would be that kind of. I see myself a little bit like a spider, like I like threads and stuff like that. And do you feel like you have connection to some materials? Because I think we have a connection to that. And so that's why in Ithersta it's not really like the monetary system as we know it. It's more of exchange or a favor and stuff like that. Then we do have some gold from the snail. You remember the old snail that had a lot of money? And then Cogwind, which was the one guy working with metals, he did wanted to have coins, but we never say the coins for what they are. It is the gold in itself. I mean, with gold you can do other materials. Other parts for the clocks or whatever it's needed. And gold is quite effective when it comes to being in electronics and stuff like that. If I'm not wrong, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but what I read, and so that's more of the connection in itself. Does this make sense? Am I babbling too much? So that's kind of the thing. It's so connected to, if you and I were to make a business or a deal, I would only be able to give you maybe a philosophical idea of what's life, and you maybe give me a potato because I need that, or maybe I give you a cup or something like these mugs that I made. You remember that? And it's kind of, and that's what the money system it is about. It just has been growing too largely and a bit absurd that it kind of became something another reality in itself. Join my team? Yes, please join Team Natalia, please. And Killmonday. What was that? What are you doing on my head? I'm gonna get more ideas. What was I talking about again? Yes, money and the system. Let's break it. But yeah, guys, you know what I mean? It's like all these systems are made up and they come and go. So in Ithersta, they do their own thing. If they want to charge you something, they do. If they don't, they don't. If that's how it works. It's a common communication. Let's say like that. All right, guys. I think the time is kind of coming to an end now. I'm so super happy that you came around. And like I said earlier, if you have, you know, if you want to know the news of what we are doing, just go to the bio and follow the links to the newsletter. The newsletter will eventually tell you more stuff about what we're working on. Maybe not yet, but soon. News about the shop as well will come through the newsletter, so go there. And yeah, keep up an eye on, we have sales going on right now. We're doing a mobile sale. If you want to tell your friends to buy our games and get in tune with the universe of, you know, ultra reality Killmonday games, Fran Bow and Little Misfortune. Shall we come with the Killmonday universe? Let's call it like that, Killmonday universe. So we can get there and go even deeper, right? What would be the one thing that you would like to see more of, you know? Like if you got to just make a game now, like if it was super easy, what is it? What do you want to experience? What do you want to feel in your body, in your minds? Let me know in the comments, on the chat, because I'm looking at it. More misfortune. Wow. Little ladies, you know. Why do animals talk in Fran Bow but not in Little Misfortune? What animals? You mean like Mr. Midnight? Or... because that would be a good question. I mean, it is already a good question. Fran Bow and Misfortune are two different people and they perceive different things. So Fran Bow has, you know, the Keeper of the Key something title somewhere, and yeah, I know we haven't really gone too deep into that, but it may have something to do with that. Or maybe she just hears voices, and Misfortune does just hear one voice. I mean, we can go and go around and talk about this from many perspectives. Oh, my little dog is here, Killy. Are you going leave again anytime soon? If I'm going to do a live again, you mean? I think we will. Like, it has been very fun, and I've been missing so much to be more active with you guys and have the conversation. So absolutely. What will be the next live you want to see? Let's go deeper into something. Mental illnesses or mental health or so, or you know, backstories or moments about Edward. Yeah, Edward. Friend Edward. Have you seen Edward? He normally walks in the shadows, you know. So maybe sometimes if you can see some some top hat moving around. That's him. The different galaxy, I forgot about that. News about that. Different galaxy. Oh my. You bring me to memories that pain a little. This game was also put like on ice, and it's there, you know. It's there. Sometimes I go and see all the work that has been done in these games that are on ice right now, and it's like, why? Why couldn't we just make it happen? Sometimes it's just like that, you know. Sometimes things don't work out in the time space that we believe. Maybe they will happen when we are older, but it's okay, because that will be the now, and we will think, oh, now we have these games. This will be part of the past, just a memory. So yeah, like the layer reality of Killmonday universe. Hopefully the now will happen in 20 years. Alright guys, the time has gone and I need to go now. I'm hungry and I'm a bit tired, so I need to take care of myself now. And it was very, very cool to see you, and thank you very much for all your questions. I love to see you here and to have this. It feels really much like a 101. I hope you got some fluffy feelings from the Palontras compis. Oh, sorry, I was talking in Swedish. The friend. See, I'm a bit tired. I'm getting confused. All right, guys. See you soon. And thank you for being around. And remember, go to the newsletter and tell your friends about us. Share this world with everybody.
Shalom. Happiness to everything and everybody. Bye-bye.
The rules of this game are simple.
Okay.
Be aware of the consequences.
No, never.
Misfortune